Good morning, everyone. I'm Cllr Hannah Bithell, LGBT champion for Leeds City Council, and I'm going to be comparing the conference today. I'd just like to give you all a really warm welcome. It's wonderful to be here with lots of wonderful people watching. There were some times during planning of this event that there was concern that it wouldn't be able to happen, and to have made it happen online so that you can all still get to see all these incredible talks is something that I'm really proud of. And I'd just like to really say a big thank you to our steering group for making happen and for showing incredible flexibility and resilience in this, the most unusual of years. Today's event is hosted by Leeds Museums and Galleries. There's also lots of input from Leeds Art Gallery. So thanks to the teams of both those organisations. I'd also like to take a short moment to pay tribute to John Rolls, who passed away in November. John was a great believer that museums and galleries should be for everyone, an LGBT history for life, not just for LGBT History Month. He enthusiastically backed our work here in Leeds, and because of his championing, he's left a legacy for more inclusive museum programming in relation to LGBT history, as well as for the museum service as a whole. He will be greatly missed. Now, to do our much more fancy introduction, we have today got with us Owain Evans. If I can pass over to you, Owain.
Hannah, thank you very much for the fabulous intro. Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to our virtual Outing the Past extravaganza. I'm Owain Evans. My pronouns are he, him. Hannah, thank you for the intro there. And, I just quickly wanted to echo what Hannah said in thanking everyone who's made today possible. I promise this isn't going to be an intro of thank yous, but I did just want to echo that. The committee have worked really hard to make today happen, and it's not been easy. As many of us know, the whole working from home arrangement is not easy in any capacity, darlings. But here we are. We've made this happen. So thank you very much. Now, normally, of course, we'd be in the lovely, amazing, gorgeous Leeds Museum, but today we're here or there, which means you can go and get a cup of tea whenever you want. I'm trying to put a positive spin on it where I can. It means you could also potentially be in your pajamas. So, these are positive things. But despite the fact that we're not in our normal fabulous location, I promise today is going to be great. And we have a wonderful lineup, which I'm sure you've already seen by perusing the running order. Of course, we are celebrating LGBT History Month, which is an important time to reflect and also to look to the future, which we can shape together. Now, normally I do a bit of housekeeping here and tell you where the fire exits are and that sort of thing, but you know where they are. If you hear your fire alarm, go through your back door, your front door, whatever's easiest. If you're wondering who I am, the accent gives away the fact that I'm not from round here, but Yorkshire does have a huge place in my heart. I worked for BBC Yorkshire for several years. Aaron, my husband, and I moved to gorgeous Leeds, where he's currently doing a PhD. And actually, we lived in Leeds up until just before this Christmas it's just been. I worked as one of the main weather presenters for BBC Look North. I love Leeds. Yorkshire was like a big warm hug when we moved up. And in many ways, I suppose, reminded me of home, which was the Southwest Wales valleys. I suppose a lot like many of our towns and cities in Yorkshire, kind of ex-industrial, which wasn't an easy place to grow up as a gay man. But I really was made to feel at home when I moved up to Leeds and to Yorkshire. I'm honoured to be here today to just give you a quick hello chat at the start of the event. I now live on the other side of the Pennines, darlings, over in Manchester. I work in Media City, but Yorkshire still has a huge place in my heart. We've got a lot going on today. LGBT History Month, of course, is an opportunity for us to learn a bit more about some of the things from our siblings within the community and what people have done throughout the years in order to make sure that we are here now and we're doing what we're doing. And I think what makes events like this so important is that although we're living in a world where I know many of us can, be ourselves, we're still not there. And in a way, we feel like we're doing one step forward and two steps back at the moment in some ways. And the past year has been especially difficult. Isolation is more widespread. Loneliness is potentially darker. I'm a patron for LGBT Foundation, you know, and we've been looking at the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic on members of the LGBTQ plus community. And there was a survey called Hidden Figures recently, which highlighted that 64% of people who took part in that survey felt that they would rather receive support during this time from an LGBT specific organization. And to me, that kind of means, you know, we need each other and we work really well together, and supporting each other now is more important than ever. So onwards and upwards, darlings. Thank you for having me. It's going to be a great day. And next year, I look forward to seeing you all. So from me, Hannah, back to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Owain. It's always nice to have you come on a morning and give us a little bit of glamour. So thank you so much for your introduction there, and really important message as well.